Success. When most people hear that word, the first thing that comes to mind is wealth. Consider Frank. Frank's a CEO of a Fortune 100 company, makes tens of millions of dollars per year. The challenge Frank has, he has very little involvement with his children because he works 18-hour days. He travels the world. Sure, his kids had the best of everything. Nannies when they were younger, the best private schools as they grew, new cars when they reached age 16, and they attended the finest universities. But one day Frank loses his job after 3 quarters of poor earnings. His kids are grown. His wife has already taken on a life of her own because she had to, because he was never around. And after 3 months of playing golf every day and trading his own stock account, he comes to an important realization. There's a huge void in his life because he has no balance. So the question is what does success look like to you? Is it a big house? Is it a trophy spouse? Is it an exotic sports car? Or is it more than all of that? So I'd like to ask you to create a list of things that you would like to be, to do, or to have. Just a wish list. And you may end up with 10 or 20 items on that list. And then go through each item and ask yourself a very simple question. Why do I want this? Okay. And that may succeed in eliminating a few of them. And once you get through the whys, the next question is, which one of these are you truly committed to changing your life in order to bring it to fruition? So let's assume for a second that you've got 2 items on your list, one of which is to own a 40-foot fishing boat because you love to fish, and the second one is to spend more quality time with your 12-year-old son, because obviously that's an important thing to do. And as you start to think a little bit harder, you realize that you're living up north, you really only have 4 months a year to use the boat, you probably only have a day a week that you can do it, and maybe that's not a critical item for you anymore. And maybe that's somewhere down the road. But what is more critical for you is that quality time with your 12-year-old son, because you can't get that back. So now you have a true commitment to go after. The next thing you want to do is you want to create a plan that's going to help bring that commitment to life. And again, maybe that plan is to spend 3 hours a week one-on-one with your son. The third step is to take specific action, either daily, weekly, or monthly, to bring it to fruition. And so the suggestion there may be to schedule that time on your calendar so that maybe at the same time every week you have 3 uninterrupted hours with your son. And then number 4, take action, execute. And so the key to doing all these things is to create habits. Now, neuroscience suggests that it takes 22 days to create a habit. So let's just call it a month. In 1 month, you establish that habit. Once that habit is established, it becomes much easier to get things done. So think about habits that you have in your life right now. You wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you take a shower, you have a certain order of things that you do. And it becomes very simple over time because you're used to doing it. We're all creatures of habit and it works. So what we want to do is we want to help you to create those habits in your life to get you to reaching those desires. So this is the first of an ongoing series of monthly videos. We want to help you create the habits to direct your life towards what you want to be, do, or have. So the question is, are you ready to change your life? And if the answer to that question is yes, then register on the site, add us to your favorites, and join us monthly. I just want to ask you to start now by taking the steps that we outlined in this video.